Right off the top of this video, please hit the like button down below, the thumbs up button that will tell Google and YouTube that what I'm doing here has value. This is a video that talks about this TVSmart product you may have seen out there, this streaming product that you may have seen. It has really amazing promises about what it can do. I'm going to tell you everything I know about this. If you're looking for reviews and whatever else, I do not recommend buying this, and I will tell you why. First off, I saw this ad going around here on YouTube, and it says it's like a TVSmart device is what it is, I guess instead of smart TV, and it's got a USB thing that plugs in, some sort of speakers on the USB stick there. I don't know what that is exactly. Access all channels, no cable needed. New AI-powered device, AI-powered is what they claim, gives you access to all channels and content, and you are not going to get all channels and content. This is the same sort of thing I've seen before, where they claim you're going to be able to get amazing access to maybe TV channels that you might think of as cable channels, like, I don't know, TNT, TBS, Lifetime, Comedy Central, you know, that sort of thing, FX, and those sorts of channels. And you can't get those for free, and it's just not going to be what you get. And they're also going to claim maybe that you get Netflix or some sort of a streaming service you have to pay for, of course, for free. That's not the case either. I'm going to show what they say here. I'm talking about previous products that have done the same thing. I'm going to show you what they're doing exactly, because you're going to be interested to see what I found about what all this is exactly. So here is the article that results from the ad. And it says here it's from Tech Trends, TVSmart. It's like an advertorial, but this is not an actual blog. This is tv-smart.co. This is not Tech Trends. So it's pretending to be a blog. It says advertorial at the very top, but that really doesn't take away the fact that they're still trying to pretend this is a blog. And they know some people are going to miss out on the fact it says advertorial. So it says here, new AI-powered device lets you access channels and content from on-demand video services on any TV without monthly fees. And you might be saying, well, okay, what is this really? What this is, I'll give you a little summary here right off the top so you don't have to wait. This is a very cheap device that has been rebranded, that can't do all the magic things it claims. It can maybe get you access to things like Netflix, but you have to pay for the streaming service monthly charges, of course, or maybe access to something called NBC News Now or ABC News Live, but not ABC. You want to be able to get that, you got to get an antenna. Maybe you have to get some sort of a service that allows you access to that. ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox are free over the air, but you have to find a way to get them with like an antenna or whatever it may be, like a digital antenna or a cable service or something like that. When they're going to claim you're going to be able to get a bunch of channels, you might get some streaming channels, but they aren't the channels you're thinking of. Like I just mentioned, ABC Live, NBC News Now. Those are free channels. I think you can stream on YouTube. You're not going to get like MSNBC or Fox News or CNN or whatever it may be. Those are paid channels that you have to pay for with like a cable subscription, or you get CNN Max with HBO Max, that sort of thing. So it's not AI powered either. They're throwing that in to try to make you think, ooh, it's going to be this AI powered thing. And that's just to make people who don't know a whole lot about AI, that just see headlines about AI, oh, they got this new AI TV streaming thing. No, they don't. Don't believe that. And you notice what the packaging looks like right here? Check this out. It says TVSmart. It claims to be 8K, and it comes with this little stick here, and it comes with this remote. You know how notice how the remote right here has a red power button, like a Google button that lets you like talk to it, I guess. And then it's kind of like a rebranded Chromecast in a way, kind of, but like it's like a cheap knockoff version, because Chromecast doesn't cost. Yeah, it's not Chromecast from what I can tell. I just put it that way. And it says, while many people shell out a fortune subscribing to a myriad of cable and streaming services, they're already telling you in the first half of the very first sentence in a way that, like, you know, if you're shelling out money for streaming services or cable, here's a free way to do it in another way. They don't really say that here in the second half of the sentence, but it says, while many people shell out a fortune subscribing to a myriad of cable and streaming services, an innovative thinker has uncovered a way for everyone to legally access an immense range of channels and content directly from their TVs, no matter the model or age. Yeah, again, you're going to get access to a bunch of different, quote, channels, unquote, and content, but it's not going to be big cable channels like you might think of them, like, again, Comedy Central, FX, Lifetime, if that's what you like, you know, whatever, TBS, TNT, those sorts of cable channels. You're going to get free channels where, like, they play the Today Show 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with a bunch of commercials. Those sorts of free channels that come with a streaming device that's already built into a lot of smart TVs, right? You're going to have to pay for Netflix still, and for HBO Max, and for Peacock, and for Hulu, and for Apple TV Plus. You still have to pay for those, even if you buy this. They're not really being completely truthful. And they always feature this guy here. He looks like this smart techie guy at a TED Talk or whatever, right? Picture of this guy, Remy, the mastermind behind the TVSmart Stick. TVSmart Stick is what they're calling it. He's a visionary, much like Mark Zuckerberg. It's not a great company these days. Bill Gates or Elon Musk. I don't know if you're... Anyway, graduating as an engineering prodigy 2 years ahead of his peers, he ventured to Silicon... This is a fictional story. There's no Remy, right? They're claiming there's someone named Remy, but there's no Remy. It's got a lot of information here. And here's the box again. Again, like I said, there's a power button up top. There's like a Google button right here where you can talk to Google. There's like a thumb pad or whatever. Home, I don't know what that is in the middle. Back, Netflix, YouTube, and then up and down for volume, I suppose. And here's this TVSmart Stick. Now, does this, by the way, look familiar to something else I'm about to show you? I'll show you here in a second. Check this out. Does this look like the same sort of thing to you? Because it looks like the same sort of thing to me. A G96 TV stick. What the thing is that they're trying to sell you, that the TVSmart Stick product is a rebranded G96 TV stick. And you might be saying, well, how is it the same thing? It looks the same. Yeah, it has the power button, the Google button, everything else. But Jordan, it could be different. No, actually, I don't think it is. And here's how we know. We go back and you look here. Did they Photoshop it out? They Photoshopped it out of this page, of this version. See, it says G96 right there. You can barely see it right there. See that? And then I think in another photo I'm going to be able to show you, it says G96 again. Let's scroll down here. How does it work? Blah, blah, blah. And without the burden of monthly subscription fees. Yeah, again, for channels that you don't necessarily aim to get. You're going to be like, wait, where are the good channels, right? Oh, there it is. It says G96 on this animated GIF. You can see it. And the fact that it still has that, okay, they're unpeeling this thing. See, G96 is upside down right there. So there's that. If that doesn't tell you what I'm trying to get across to you, then I don't know what will. So the checkout page, I noticed, let me zoom out here. You can also see G96. Yeah, it's on the box here. So see this right here? G96 is right there. Right there. And if you go back to the previous page, I think they Photoshopped it out. Oh, they made it blurry? Okay, they Photoshopped it out of this one right here. See, G96 and G96 has been taken away there. If it wasn't Photoshopped out, it's not there. Let's just put it that way. And that's a little bit deceptive. So that's what's going on with this. This is something that's not going to help you get a bunch of cable channels, Netflix, HBO Max for free. And here is the information I found when I hit shipping policy. I don't know if this is true, but it doesn't really surprise me. Shenzhen, China. Here's the address that appears on one of the pages. It's hard to, you might not notice it. And I'm showing it to you here. So I hope this video was helpful to you. I aim to make videos to try to educate people about what's going on with various products. If you want to call this a scam, you can. This is kind of like something that's a little bit deceptive. They've taken a very cheap product from, bought in bulk, and then they charge you. How much is this again? Instead of $16, they charge you for one, $84 each. Jeez. And then if you get two, it's $62 each. So the price goes down, but it's still way more than $16 a piece. And over 2,000 channels. Yeah. 2,000 channels that don't include cable channels and don't include like Netflix and all that sort of thing. And it says streaming, right? Yes, these channels do stream. Those channels, those free channels where they show the Today Show 24/7, or maybe old TV shows like, I don't know, some old Westerns or something. It's not premium, new, fresh, high quality content though. Although some old movies are good. I'm not saying that. You know what I mean? It's not the good stuff, right? Mostly. So I hope this video has helped. Like, comment, subscribe. There's a thanks button down below too. That's the heart-shaped symbol. If you want to tap that, that'd be great. That's your way to get back to me in a safe and secure manner. And I'd really appreciate it if you're well off and you want to do that. That'd be great. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching.